Okay, let's head back, see what Mid has to say. I was kind of hoping to end the stream on some heartwarming or heart-wrenching comments from Mid to Sid's grave, but I might just end it on this quest. Been streaming way too much today.
We're seeing troops amassing at every
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
You mean what's her name?
She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Who?
Holmes?
Oh,
Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously.
I was sure she'd be like, who the fuck is called that?
Yeah. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
The man with no name, Tomes. Slowly making our way back. like I said, I feel like they should have added shortcuts inside the hideaway, or given me a sprint button, or both. I'm gonna keep saying it every time it occurs to me.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal shielding designs. A baffling diagram made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish its borders. Preponderance is a good word. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Oh, Tarja and Jill. It seems kind of annoying that whenever we run the Mithril engine, we'll have to layer it in muck to make it not explode.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do.
Rather, make the ship not
Ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some
not catch fire from the heat.
Another can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I mean, I gotta take Jill, right? Well, that's interesting. That Tarja is an option. Tarja, I guess we haven't really talked with her that much.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
I think if I do New Game Plus, I'm gonna choose the other ones. But for now, let's just go with the mains.
So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Oh, thank you.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very...
Oh, this is my grocery list.
I would have thought the
Sorry.
ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
I forget which town Northreach is.
Yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Out on a date with Jill.
Now,
Oh, this town.
There's talk. How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
All anyone ever wants.
Fresh cut! Come! You'll not find a bruise
Those
picking in the
pepio
bushel.
nuts.
how goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stores, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
I'm still kind of convinced that Tomes is sending us to get his food. One garlic. A single garlic. White Worm Castle Kitchen, the so-called Garlic Knight among them.
Good day.
I wonder what happens if you don't have any money. It'll be kind of wild that you don't have 10 gil. You can probably just go out and get some. Just sell whatever. The edible fruit of the Pepio plant is prized by chocobo breeders, although the superstition that it lends that bird additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing, swollen form than any quantifiable results. Huh.
Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Fresh cuts. Up. You'll not find a
Here since sunrise, and not a single bottle sold.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
I have a single garlic and a single Pepio nuts.
Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Say, Clive, could we talk for a while?
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me you got a picnic.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
That's cute.
It does.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything
Pork,
you wanted
pork.
to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of.
We're doing some main story quests that feel like side
About a place
quests.
that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
Let's just all stand awkwardly around this food.
Used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in, but then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry cured ham, and it was just
You all right?
sorry. It's just you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
No, Kith? Yeah, at the beginning of this quest, they gave me a choice of 2 characters to bring over, and I knew it would lead to one of these conversations.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back.
Almost like a little social link stuff.
To Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will.
It was pretty fun. If I were to compare it to anything, I'd say it's most like Devil May Cry rather than anything. It's a bit simpler. You basically have like 2 buttons. This is like the attack, then magic, and then skills. And then as you go in the game, you unlock more of them, and you can like switch them. And these are kind of like your styles. If you're playing Devil May Cry, so like this is each corresponds to an icon or a summon. So this is just Devilbringer from DMZ4, minus the Buster. This is just your Royal Guard. And Ramu's a bit weird. I guess Nevin, kind of. It's your lightning stuff. But yeah, if you got a PS5, like, you should buy it. Okay, I guess we gotta head back. Yeah, this part of the game is kind of slow though. Been a lot of talking. I guess it's kind of an interlude between the last big ass cinematic boss fight and I guess whatever comes next.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Nah, I'm sorry, May. It's a timed exclusive. It will come to PC eventually, but for the time being, it's only on PS5. It's kind of a hard ask to ask people to buy a PS5 at this point. Where it's like no new games are coming out, or exclusives, and everything that comes out is on PC.
How's work on the shielding progressing up?
And then when people wanted it, it was impossible to get because the scalpers just raised the price to like triple. I happened to get one like just as a store got stock, so I got spared that, but like a few months later I got a gaming PC and now I'm kind of wondering what the PS5 is for. Except when something like this comes out.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Oh, no Kith.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
There's a character called Mid, by the way. It bugs me every time I see her name written out.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid.
He cracked me.
Over here. Again, I gotta say, I kind of wish there were shortcuts inside the hub area. Like, for the most part, the game is beautiful, looks great, plays great, but there are little things that just kind of annoy me once in a while. Mid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But
You're mid.
To know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Oh, they just brought me with her. Good.
Smithing game. I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
What's with that face while laughing? How did she do that? The most serious laugh in the universe. Sometime later.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Thank God.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves.
How are they gonna get, you know, the fallen stuff that I had to go kill demons to get, though? They're not gonna make their own of that. Alright, can I get you off to visit your dad now?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right.
This was a big detour.
One thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, and now new side quests are showing up. Okay. I think I need to pause.
Told me she was building
I think I need to stop for the night. Let me just check on these letters. I'm seeing an icon that I don't think I've seen before, and I'm scared. But after that, I'm probably just ending the stream.
He cracked the crystal.
Ah, boy. Let's see. Reading table. Oh god. Off the record. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Answer his summons. If I do this, do I just appear there?
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Okay, we just have it here. Okay. A back. Okay, looks like we're gonna be delaying the visit to Sid's grave for a while longer. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. Something with Torgal.
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
A bone to pick. And about Blackthorn. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gonna throw himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking, maybe... So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just for the leather... Blah. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. August. Sure.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Oh, it looks like this also unlocks more stuff. Blacksmith's Blues. Probably more equipment I can craft. Also have this quest that I'm going to have to take tomorrow. Chapter Out of the Shadow of Titan, I assume. Yeah, we gotta go talk to people. At least we finished all the hunts. For now.
Crack the crystal too. You're joking.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Do you need anything?
Really? No.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
Wow, it's the same quest again.
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
Does it happen to be the sword that I have on my back?
Before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what
He's
I can find
entranced
out.
by the 100-folded Nipponese steel.
And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
If we find the sword and katana, I'm just...
Thank you.
What am I doing? I wasn't just dealing with it.
Karen knows about this sword.
I'm gonna sigh, only. That's all I'm gonna do. Karen, don't you have your own quest?
I got your note.
Yeah.
You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Well, damn.
But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Oh, before I forget. Still gotta talk to you about this.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. but I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections.
Oh, so they're from
Which make it
overseas.
nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought
There are
it?
straight up other continents outside of the two the setting is most interested in.
Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Okay. So that's already one thing out of the hideaway. I guess let's do everything inside first. Or we can just do everything in one fell swoop.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
Why would that stop him from cracking them?
Habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients.
Different? Okay.
As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
I mean, I would think the dog would still be trying to eat the the bones, just want more of them. I guess we'll figure that out. Is there another quest? Yeah, back here. And then we can also start that one. Weird science.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Hello.
Clive,
Sorry.
did you get my letter?
I did get your letter.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little.
This better.
I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the Dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to.
Do you think they'd be fine about it if we just gutted him?
Must have made some sort of.
I guess I wouldn't give them their money back.
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision.
No, like Clive is just dumbstruck right now.
This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right.
So how do we get 50 million?
Burden yourself.
I barely get 10k after every hunt.
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the Dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Guess we got 2 places too.
I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen
Oh,
will
just 2
understand.
deliveries to make.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
It was a good meeting you got. Goodbye. Let's see, there's that quest still. Let's just start it up. I never know if what I should do is to just start a quest, finish it, go back, do the next one, or if I should just pick them all up and go to the next place. If I was playing an MMO, for sure I would just pick them all up and then just deal with them on the next location. Because that's what the game expects you to do. Like in FF14, for example.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you were mind to.
Here I'm less sure.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
So where will you send me?
Job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my
Okay, so we gotta go kill bombs.
You pour the blackest blight water
Where can we even find bombs? I feel like
clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get.
I feel we've only seen them as quest monsters.
It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king.
Oh great.
Leave 'em behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
Is the Bomb King the blue one? Or is it a different monster?
Mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but Well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
With your 100-folded Nippon steel.
I'll see what I can do.
You should be able to handle it, Clive.
And good hunting, eh?
Weird science. Okay. And unlock something too, which is kind of interesting. Let's take a look at the hunt board then. Because we do have one left. I was sure we were done with those. For a little bit at least. Nectar. We're looking for bombs. Do you know where I can find a bomb? Ask about bomb sightings. I have a billet for you. Bomb King. A curse breaker aiming for the Imperial Chase took a wrong turn in the nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them, a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased her screaming from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature in an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. Bomb King. Wait, are bombs echoes then? Not like there's stuff from the fallen places? I guess that's kind of interesting. Oh, I also just realized that there are some creatures that don't have a picture until after you fight them. Like I'm pretty sure this one didn't have one, nor this one. Okay, so the Croc, Sambrek. Where even is that? Imperial Chase. Oh, we can probably do the other ones first. Any other quests in here? No. Okay. I started with this. Maybe we'll get a better weapon. Or some better armor once we do this. Probably a weapon.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Kara's collector.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen.
Oh, where did all the
Made from the stoutest stonework.
Oh, I just...
Won't ship, won't crack, no matter how...
I just went right past it. Huh. Oh, in the inn?
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
That wasn't my fault.
We don't know for sure.
I've got this theory. The fallen, I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living.
Okay, man. Whatever you say. Quest destination nearby.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious.
No, he's always like that.
Dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
Well, ain't it nice that we already have a problem we can solve with a sword?
Items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Okay. So someone in the desert. It's kind of far away. Oh, we do have our chocobo for a reason, I guess.
Run like the wind.
I'm kind of mad that he didn't do the faster quote. We'll take this. It feels kind of sad that there are items you can pick up and it's just 10 gil. Please give me materials or something if you're gonna do that. What's 10 gil gonna buy me? Oh.
We've got company.
I got a big guy.
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Oh, no, I don't want it. Was it already on? This is what I want. Ow. Oh yes, I totally did that on purpose. Are there any mages left? Oh, sort of. I fucked up. I like this a lot. Damn. Be able to kill him like this? There we go. You know, I think I should change my stuff around a little bit. I'm thinking it's time I get rid of Sid's of Ramu's style.
Must be Ignac's luggage.
I don't really use Blind Justice very much at all.
Alright.
But I do want to keep
Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Am I just going to get teleported back? I was going to say, I do want to keep the lightning rod. I can probably do without some of it.
The return of my effects. What should I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your
Oh,
acquaintance.
still using this name?
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be...
Don't want to use Sid or Clive?
Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword.
Wow.
It was
For Radim.
made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke.
Oh.
For that stroke only.
They crack upon a second blow.
Upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
I'm surprised you're willing to part with it then.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
Do you have multiple of them?
It is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
Well, Karen did say he had more money than sense, so...
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many
Looks so mad.
but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield.
I ain't gotta wait and use her name.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Lord Byron Rusfield.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now,
Oh, I like that logo for the inn.
Thorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
A scorpion with a flagon of ale wrapped, with his tail wrapped around it. Okay, let's see. Let's change our abilities a little bit. I think it's time. So, how do I want to play this? Let's put Phoenix at the end. And let's see, Heat Wave. No, it's not worth it. Let's have Rising Flames or Will of the Wikes. Let's keep Rising Flames, it's just good damage. Good to have. Or actually, maybe Will of the Wakes. I wonder if it does damage when you approach an enemy. Does it show it here? Yeah, damaging nearby targets. You know what? Let's test it. Let's try it. And then for the other one, I think I'm going to reset this. Yep. And get this back. It also give us a lot of extra points. Whoa. Didn't mean to leave. There you go, Flames of Rebirth. And let's see. I do want this counter. So maybe I could get rid of it and just you know, use the counter from this if I care enough about it. Or I could get rid of Will of the Wikes and instead get Lightning Rod. I do want to use Lightning Rod. Yeah, let's master it. We got the points. I even got both of these upgraded, so... let me think. So Will of the Wikes, what does upgrading do? Increase fireball count, enhancing potency while nullifying up to 4 attacks. So that means more damage, huh? And more attacks nullified. Maybe it would be worth using that instead of... No, but Lightning Rod is nice because it doesn't knock enemies away on an AoE. And I still want Upheaval. And I still want Raging Fists, actually. Okay. Let's use Lightning Rod here. So Phoenix will be... I guess we're setting that down, getting rid of... I guess this is my AoE class, for the most part. My AoE style, and also the teleports. Okay. Let's play around with this. Now, where's the map? It's over here. Payback. Alright, I need to pay the dame back.